Hi, I am so not together today, and I'm so happy about it. I've been a lot on Clubhouse and conversations, listening to Israelis, listening to Palestinians, and then crying. I don't know, can you see that I've been crying? Listen, it is, there is so much pain, and there is easily anger and a desire attack. And the thing is that this is a very human natural response. Very human natural response. That is also asking to be healed. I've been overwhelmed. I've been overwhelmed really with sadness. Right now, especially for people, for kids, especially for kids in Gaza. The more I learn, the more I see. Whew, it's terrible. It's terrible. If I could, Israeli government would look very different. Yeah, you agree with me? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. It was a beautiful eagle that flew by. Just as I was saying that. And of course, it was also difficult for me to hear, when then there is a conversation that the only way is for Israel not to exist. This is the only way. So after hearing these voices, after seeing also how much the conversation stays in the head and an arguing who is right, who is wrong, whose land, I opened my room. Well, first I cried. I just couldn't. I just went to the room of my son and I just sat on the floor and I cried. My son is with his dad today, and I just cried and cried, and I just thought, how can this stop? Because violence will bring more violence. I get it. I understand how painful, when you see kids being killed in Gaza. I totally get it. Oh my goodness. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I don't get it, but I know that what happens in me. In me happens rage. In me happens pain. I want this to stop. I want to kill. The desire, right? And then I also know that this is not the only me. These emotions, these reactions, this is not the only me. It's a part of me. Because really, truly, the essence of me doesn't want to kill anyone. The essence of me desires something very different. It desires life. It desires safety. It desires love to all the people, to all the children. And I want to learn how to make that happen without violence. So, the beautiful part is that I cried, and then I opened this room and I just called it Palestinians and Israelis who pray together for this to stop. And first I was there alone and I was just crying and I just muted myself, and there was this moment of feeling there is as if I'm the only one, right? Of course it's not true. But in that moment, that was like, what is going on? The majority of people, like, I'm hearing this Palestinian guys and girls saying the same thing that I really don't like that right-wing Israelis are saying. that is basically like it's just incredible. It's like people, I wish I could put you in the room so that you see how much you're saying the same thing, and it is that's not like, let's leave that era behind when we can't recognize the reality of a very simple um, gosh, there is so much to say, right? The era of violence is over. There are people, all kinds of people on this land. We need to find a way to live together. We have to find it. Otherwise, we will keep doing what's going on and more people will be dying. Israelis, Palestinians, more people will be dying. Everyone will be dying, right? As it happened up to this point. This way, this conversation doesn't, that's, we know where it takes us and it will continue to take us there. So the time goes by and I open my eyes and I see that there are some people in the room. And then, I invite them to speak. And for some time, we were sitting for a long time, just quietly. I think at some point it was me and another Arab guy, and we were just sitting quietly. And I felt so grateful for this experience. This is what I want, for us to sit together, to be together. No matter if we speak or are silent. And then more people started to come and join and moderate. And it was just really, really beautiful. And we began to co-create and pray together and sound our hopes, our desire for creating a future together. And it did seem like the energy soothed, and eventually people were like going to sleep, dropping off the room and going to rest. Yeah. I'm really yearning for healing, beautiful, safe existence. And I'm done hearing that I'm a dreamer. I'm done hearing that this is not practical, that to create such a space and to create such a vibration and to soothe the nervous system down is not practical. It is super practical. It is super practical. This is what I do. This is what I'm here for, to teach people that even though it's odd in the beginning, even though this is not how we've been trained to be, to create, when we do train our mind to sink into the present moment, felt sense, hard desire, hanging there, incredible healing is happening. When we are present in a loving way with whatever there is, things begin to move, things begin to shift. Our body also begins to move and breathe in a different way. Our entire physiology and neuropsychology begins to work in a different way. And we are not there yet to know what solutions will come out of this new state. We first have to go through this phase of soothing our system. And this is what I realize I want to talk about more and more of how much this is needed. I love you so much. I'm so grateful for you watching, for you commenting. And how are you doing? I'd love to hear. How are you doing? What's going on with you? What is important right now for you in your life? What are your dreams, hopes, desires? I love you.